If I were a specific type specialist within the region of Paldea, our newest Pokemon region, I would choose the flying type. In today's video, I will go over how I went about constructing my flying type team and what I think about each Pokemon. First thing to go about when creating a specific team, especially around the flying type, I went about looking at its weaknesses. Flying is weak to 3 types: electric, ice, and rock. And I went through the Paldea Pokedex trying to find Pokemon that mitigate those weaknesses. For example, I chose Kilowattrel because with the ability Volt Absorb, it gives me an immunity to electric types. On the same reason, I chose Corviknight. Corviknight is very good defensively and only introduces the new weakness, Fire. With that team building concept in mind, here is my team. Corviknight, Talonflame, Kilowattrel, Hawlucha, Honchkrow, and Staraptor. Now, I was building this team based on single battles, putting myself inside of the world where people mostly do single battles, so I built my team with that in mind. Corviknight ended up being my support mon. It is one of my favorite Pokemon introduced and probably is my favorite regional bird. I found out that Corviknight got both screens, which lends it really well to a support role. It is my dedicated lead with Light Clay, Pressure, both screens, a defog to get rid of rocks because my team hates stealth rocks, and Iron Head, just a solid steel move to get those pesky fairies. And after that, there's not really a dedicated second switch-in, but there are a couple of gimmicks. Each mon is kind of built with its own sweeping gimmick, and I think that's very cool. Talonflame is my secondary support mon, making use of its ability, Gale Wings. Gale Wings give all flying type move priority when Talonflame is at full health, meaning I get priority Tailwind, which can help me gain speed control. Tailwind is not as important in single battles as it is in doubles, but it is still a very nice thing to get up when the opportunity arises. Continuing with the secondary support role, it also has Taunt in order to shut down those terrifying other support mons or set up sweepers. To round out its moveset, I gave it 2 just strong moves, Flare Blitz and Brave Bird. And to help offset recoil moves, I gave it the Figgy Berry, just a Pinch Berry to help with health. At this point, some of you guys might have typed, "Oh, why are you copying Larry? You hate Larry, you must hate Larry, why are you taking over his job?" And I'm not. Honestly, Larry is like my soulmate, dedicated both to normal types and to flying types. So it's like, I love Larry. He's the best guy, but this is me if I had to choose a single type to use throughout Paldea, and I hope you guys understand. What is the type you would specialize in Paldea? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're down there, be sure to give this video a like if you're enjoying it and to click subscribe for more Pokemon themed content. It was at this point I showed off my team to my husband, who was way better at building teams than me, and concluded that, well, maybe I hadn't been the best at building this team and it kinda sucked a lot. So it went through a giant overhaul, including the introduction of Helper instead of Hawlucha and Jumpluff instead of Honchkrow. Honestly, that's fair. I wasn't using the most powerful items available to me either. I'm very hesitant as a team builder and don't have the legs or confidence in my team building prowess yet, so it was really nice to have him step in and look over the team. So we kind of overhauled everything. And you might have noticed that even with the overhaul that there's not really anything that screams dragon type to you. That's because as a flying specialist or gym leader or whatever, I want to be into birds and not necessarily dragons. Dragons are really cool, but birds are where it's at. Jumpluff is an honorary burb. He's their support. Literally, he's a suicide supporter. That's what Jumpluff is right now. It does screens and memento and sleep in order to set up the best world for our birds. And it took over the role for Corviknight, who's now just a defogger, tanky bird. Just like the nickname suggests. Yes, our team got nicknamed now. Staraptor became a Scarfer, which means it's very fast. It kept Brave Bird, Clove Combat Double Edge, and then it got U-Turn instead of Protect because Staraptor is a very straightforward Pokemon. With 4 moves, you want to slap on it, and it remained the same. Talonflame also went through an overhaul, going to Special instead of Physical. Hurricane, Fire Blast, Air Slash, U-Turn with the choice specs to boost 1.5 times its special attack, and keeping Gale Wings in order to have priority Hurricanes. But Hurricane, if you haven't known what that move is not a very accurate move unless you're in rain. Then it bypasses the accuracy check altogether, thus we slapped on Pelipper, the only good Drizzle Pokemon, well, the only Drizzle Pokemon in Paldea, and the best rain setter around. This chonker of a bird has the Damp Rock to elongate those rainy days with Hurricane, you know, the broken move, Knockoff, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam to hit those other pesky dragons. And then we kept Kilowattrel, and it got vamped up a little bit as well, staying a special attacker with Hurricane, Thunder, which also bypasses accuracy checks in the rain, Full Switch, and Weather Ball, which gives it a special water move in the rain. Life Orb increases its power for a little chunk of health, and it keeps its Volt Absorb ability, because I think that's still very good considering all these guys are flying in the air and will probably get sapped by lightning otherwise. Anyways, that's the new team rounded out by my husband, and is what I would do if I was a type specialist in Paldea. You could say I am a gym leader taking over Larry's job. Honestly, the man really needs a break. And then if I take over the Medali gym with flying types, then he can go back to his true love, the normal types in the E4. Anyways, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!